profile is a little bit larger, and the awareness of women's hockey as a whole has certainly grown in the time since. Is there anything different feel-wise, whereas maybe new and fresh that time, and this time it's like, okay, it's about time we got back. Let's do this again.
Yeah, I think the league has grown tremendously over the past 7 seasons that I've been lucky enough to be a part of it. And definitely the support that we've got behind the scene has increased every single year. And this year is probably the most professional and well run team that I've ever been a part of. Our GM is incredible. Our coaches have been supporting us the whole time, medical staff behind the scenes, and our trainer. Everyone is here to help us in the best way possible. And having the opportunity to compete for another Isobel Cup is incredible, and we're super excited to have the opportunity and knowing the support that we have with our fans and everyone that supported us along the way with us is such a uplifting emotion as we go into this final game.
Dating back to college and then Whitecaps, you have been involved with teams and with national teams that are accustomed to success. How hard is that to know every season that championships the goal? Some teams say we'd love to make the playoffs, we'd love to get a shot. But the Whitecaps history and with even Gophers history dating back in Canada, you're shooting higher than that. How hard is that for you over your adult career to be on teams that are basically expected to at least contend for championships every single year?
I've been really fortunate to play on some tremendous teams over the year, and I really feel that a goaltender's success is reflective of the team in front of them. And like I just mentioned, I've been so fortunate to play on the teams that I've had. Some of my teammates have gone on to play on the Olympic team. We had 3 teammates this year that went on and played in the rivalry series, and probably honestly a couple more on our team that didn't get a look that I think probably should have been right up there with them. And I'm just so fortunate that I've been a part of a lot of successful teams, and that's because of the people in front of me, and then also the people behind me, behind the scenes, helping out coaches, trainers, etc. Everyone involved.
You came back from an injury too, didn't you? If I read that correctly. Oh, and then you were player of the game, like over the playoffs. How much pride did you take in getting that award and coming back and fighting through adversity and come back to the playoffs?
It's nice to be able to be back in a jersey with my teammates, and that entire time that I was away, it was so nice to have my teammates reaching out to me constantly, seeing how I was doing, and all the support that I received from my family, coaches, and then training staff as well. They really helped guide me back into being on the ice. And the goal is just for me personally is to give my team an opportunity to win. And the game that I got the player of the game, for whatever reason, the team in front just played incredible. I know they said there was quite a few shots, but a lot of those were in low danger areas, and that's a huge credit to how we played as a team.
And for both of you too, off the offense in the game one scored, I think, within the first 2 minutes. How much confidence did that give you guys, like, to build on that momentum through the next 2 games?
I think it's big just because that's kind of what is our theme is we need to score more goals and get one right away. I think it just let us settle in and just play our game and have that confidence that, hey, we can do this. So that was huge momentum for us.
What did you tell the team too going in? I know the season didn't end like you wanted it to, but how did you get the team to kind of have a fresh start with the playoffs? And what did you tell them?
Well, we definitely had our ups and downs. Not too often do you go into a playoffs with an 8-game losing streak, but throughout it all, we always saw a glimpse of what we could do. So even if we did lose, we had an amazing 2 periods or something like that, or just let up for half of a period, and that would kind of hurt us. So we just try to keep building on that each game. We talked a lot about the mental side of the game at the start when we went 0-4 to start. So I think just all that resilience kind of built up, and we have a team full of competitors, and they were done losing. And so they knew, fresh start, nothing from the past meant when you start playoffs, the past doesn't mean anything anymore. So it was kind of, let's go out there and show them, what we can do. And they did that. And it was fun to watch.
Here's your message then going into the next series.
Build off of that. I mean, it was a huge confidence boost, I think, for our team. I think we showed what we could do if we play 3 full periods of hockey. So just build off that and know that we can't give up any. We can't let up during the game. Like if we go 100%, we are capable of doing great things, and I think we showed that last weekend.
And with all the adversity that you guys have had over the season, what would it mean to get the Isobel Cup back in Minnesota?
Well, icing on the cake, right? I mean, from the start, we believed that we could do it. We saw this player and just kind of getting to know, it was such a new team, but getting to know kind of our gifts and talents of each player and trying to tap into those. We knew that we had the potential to get here and be here. So I think just that validation of getting us there and the players going out there and playing like they did. I mean, 110% out of everybody, and it was so great to be a part of. And so I think just bringing it back to Minnesota, where we want the cup to always remain, will mean a lot.
And it's a process, right? The Isobel Cup is only one game, but it's not won just in one game. It takes an entire season of building towards that goal. And as Ronda mentioned, we had a little bit of a roller coaster of a ride during the season, but one thing that always remained was our belief in each other and our determination to come out on the right side of the scoreboard. And as a team, we are so close. And despite not being on a winning streak going into the playoffs, that didn't phase us at all. We still knew that we could come out and play well. So winning an Isobel Cup would be a reminder of the season that we had and all the work that we put in. And the goal obviously is to win the cup, but we know that there's little steps that go into that, starting with the first shift and then building off of that.
You guys both kind of touched on this, but the team is new. What makes this team special?
I think the chemistry right away meshed. Even throughout the season, they got closer and closer. We have great leaders that kind of did their best to kind of bring them together. I think Boston, this last trip was a huge, I mean, just the glue that really put them together. They had a lot of time together. And so just building that team camaraderie, I can never say that word, made a huge difference, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted them to play for each other. If you're going to be blocking shots, you want to do it for the person next to you as well, and know they'll do the same for you. And so I think just having that team starting to gel at the right time was valuable for us.
Mm-hmm. And even though there was a lot of turnover of players, I think there was only 7 that remained. It never really felt like it was a new team from the start. Everybody pretty much knew each other from either growing up in Minnesota or playing against each other, and I think that really helped. It didn't feel new at all. Like, we came to the rink first practice and everyone kind of got along really well. And then, as Rhonda mentioned, this past weekend in Boston, I think we really bonded even more than we had all season. We just got to spend so much time with each other and really enjoying each other's presence after that Boston victory. So it's been a really fun season with these new players.
You've seen sort of when you played sort of the growth phase of high school girls hockey and then college hockey. I know you're only focused pretty much on this weekend, but big picture question, just how cool is it for you to be a part of what would 12-year-old Ronda think about the opportunity to do what you're about to do this weekend, and then just what lies beyond this for the league?
Well, I mean, the growth has been huge, and I have 2 daughters that play that are almost 13, and one just turned 15. So I can see it kind of the difference of what they've experienced versus what I experienced, and just having those opportunities from D1 opportunities, D3 opportunities, the U.S. national team, and then of course our league. It's great overall. I mean, it gives us opportunities, and now with the salary cap doubling, I mean, that's huge for players coming out of college. So we want to continue to put a good product on the ice, continue to get support from the community, which has been great for us here in Richfield, because all we want to do is continue to grow so that there's opportunities for players, leaders, in all different avenues.